Well, John, what's the general mood here this morning? How have the boys reacted to the weekend?
Yeah, I won't lie, it's a slightly different feeling than it has been for the past however many weeks when we haven't come in with losing any league games. So yeah, it's been a bit different. But yeah, the whole point of today was to make sure that we get over the weekend. So we did the post-match on Blackpool, moved straight on to Burton, and then picked everything up really quickly after that. So we want the lads to leave with their heads held high and a lot of positivity going into the game tomorrow.
What points did you pick up on in your post-match meeting, and what will need to change from the weekend's performance tomorrow?
I think we just let ourselves down in a couple of areas. I don't think we played enough. I also think we were slightly passive at times in terms of our closing down. A lot of stuff going over the game after that I thought was uncharacteristic for what we've been doing. And it's absolutely fine if it's a one-off and it's a blip. I think everyone acknowledged that. It's just we need to make sure that we do address these things. There's no point sweeping it under the carpet. It's really important for us to let the lads know what we expect from them different tomorrow night and Saturday, and then going into the next home game. And I think we had plenty of receptive faces there today, and they took on board the information, and hopefully we'll see it in practice tomorrow.
How do you find the balance between the disappointment of the Blackpool game but also sort of putting it behind you and focusing on responding?
It's a really tricky one to find, and that's up to every individual. The message here is really clear. I think they need to be disappointed with the performance on Saturday, and we've got to be collectively disappointed with what we put out. Forget the scoreline. I think it was the performance more than anything. And then the lucky thing for us is that we haven't actually got any time to dwell on that. And what we need to do is to make sure that we put all of the mistakes right. We've definitely got to focus on doing that. And when we do that, we've proved that we can be a good side, and we've been very, very consistent. I think right up until Saturday. So it's just making sure that we don't let it repeat itself.
What characteristics will your side need to show to spark a response?
All of the ones that they've been showing, really. We've seen a huge amount of resilience from this team so far this year. They've gone goals down, they've scored late goals, there've been plenty of sort of knocks to everything that's happened in games, and the lads have dealt with it brilliantly well. So this is just another one that's not a small one in a game. It's a bigger one because we actually lost the game. They've got to bounce back from it and show why they're such a good team, show why they're in the top two. And there's plenty of faith that we're putting in them as a coaching staff, and we know they're going to be able to bounce back.
Burton also suffered a heavy defeat at the weekend, so what sort of clash are you expecting at the Pirelli Stadium?
I think the weekend result for them is irrelevant. They obviously went away to Peterborough, and I think they've had a few injuries, had a few young lads in the side, and Peterborough is as good a side as any in the league, I think, on their day, especially at home. So it's going to be a really different battle, I think, on Tuesday night. Burton, up until the last couple of games, had been in terrific form. I think through the month of October had taken the same amount of points as us. Really in very, very good form coming into this month. They've dropped off a little bit since then, but I think we know what to expect when we go to places like that. A good side, tough side, and we know that they're really well coached. I know Dino personally as well, so there's plenty to be aware of going into tomorrow.
Joe Morell's obviously suspended, so there'll need to be changes to the 11.
Yeah. I mean, we've got that change. So thankfully we've got plenty of bodies in the building available to come in and affect the change. It's obviously going to be something that's not ideal for us, but we just have to deal with it and get on with it.
What are you expecting from Burton in terms of what they've shown so far this season?
I think they've shown that they're a side that's really punching above their weight in terms of everything that they have achieved so far. Like I said, in October they took as many points as we did, and we thought we had a pretty successful month there. So they're a tough side to play against, and they've got plenty going for them. Some really good players in there as well. So we just expect a tough test.
And just finally, what's the latest injury news?
No further injuries from the weekend. Everyone's come through that with a clean bill of health. So as far as the squad that we had available to select at the weekend, we've got the same tomorrow.